You have to be careful with coolant because it's sweet tasting and animals drink it and then die. Hello and welcome to the Motorcycle Rescue Channel. Today we're going to be looking at Easy Rider, and the goal is to remove this radiator. Now, it's going to be tough, I think, because all of the connectors are rusty. It's in really rough shape, and we'll see how much of a bear it's going to be to get at all these connectors. Looks like there's two connectors to the frame up top, and I don't know if I can see it, another connector to the frame on the bottom. Let's see, right there. That's at least. And then it looks to me like there's also a ground connector right there. So we're going to have to take off at least 4 bolts to get this thing undone, plus this upper hose, which is held in place with a muffler clamp of some kind. There's the main hose, there's an overflow, which leads to the coolant tank that lives underneath the seat. And there's a lower hose here at the bottom of the other side, and that connects all the way down to a pump, which is here. Now I don't see a drain plug, so we have to be very careful about spills. But on the whole, the reason why I'm doing this is I need to get at the spark plug, which is living deep in the guts of the machine behind the radiator. And that's the goal. So may as well take the radiator off and check it out, and then after that the spark plug. Once the spark plugs have been changed, then maybe we can try a test start on this thing. Who knows? Step by step. Like I say to Mrs. Maker, slowly but slowly. The radiator has been dropped, literally, and the spark plug is now accessible. I can finally get that spark plug out and try to get this machine up and running, although without coolant it's a bit dangerous to run it, but I'd like to at least see if it skips and burps and beeps and, you know, ignites a little bit. So one step closer. Taking off the radiator was pretty straightforward. There's actually only 3 mounts. One of the mounts I took off was unnecessary, and that's for the ground for the fan, so I just ended up putting it back on. Not a lot of parts to remove, as a matter of fact. You have just these guys. There's a couple of muffler type clamps for the hoses, and then some small bolts. Pretty straightforward stuff. I was faked out a little bit by these chrome caps, which I thought were actual bolt heads. Ended up not being bolt heads, so I may or may not replace those. And everything looked to be in the 6, 8, and 10 millimeter range, so that's what I would recommend using to take those bolts off. Another thing to show is the coolant was pretty dirty. That's nasty stuff. I didn't add anything to the coolant. That's what came out of that radiator, so that's no good. And then, like I said, this stuff needs to be disposed of responsibly, because animals drink it and then they pass away. So got to put that maybe in a bottle and get rid of it in the bottle, which is the intention. And then we have the radiator itself. Well, the mud wasps have been busy again in this motorcycle building nests. As you can see, there's all kinds of debris from the wasps doing their thing. So that's wonderful. The connector was not easy to get out. It's hidden way up inside of a little protective rubber housing, but so when I ended up unclipping it, because there's a safety clip that slips into that little fitting here, I managed to push it down, but I didn't know, and then the weight of the radiator pulled it out. So I would recommend for anybody doing this work that they watch out for that. And then this radiator is going to get a good cleaning, and who knows if it leaks or not. We're going to find out, but I'm going to put it back in service once it's all clean. And that's the radiator removal. Great success, and that's it for now. There's that antifreeze. I just poured it into an old water bottle so that animals wouldn't get at it. I think that's the responsible way to dispose of antifreeze. At least put it in a sealed container so animals don't drink it, because they really apparently love the taste of the stuff.
I hope you liked this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, giving me a like, and leaving me a comment. I really enjoy making these videos, and I want to know from you how I can make them better. The whole point of these videos is to demonstrate that if I can do something, you can do it too. Well, that's it for now. So long, and remember, keep making.